This is the all-new Drake Dave Sanborn limited edition mouthpiece, and we have just brought these in, guys, and as you heard there, it's an absolute beast of a mouthpiece, an absolute powerhouse. So I thought I'd combine it with this all-new Cannonball sax that I was talking about in a video a moment ago, and the combination is quite something, the volume that I was able to produce. Whether you can hear it out there in your own rooms and whatever you're listening to this video via, but in this room here, in this studio, the sound is absolutely deafening when I'm giving it full blast, because it's not just about the color of the sound, it's actually about the raw decibels that this thing produces. So as you can see there, high baffle, small chamber, and it's been a while since I've played on one of these mouthpieces, and I forget, or this style of mouthpiece, and I forget just how much power you can drive through them, particularly on the alto side of things when you really give it some stick. But the thing that really impresses me about this specific mouthpiece is it's not just any old high baffle mouthpiece that gives a screaming sound with perhaps one dimension to it. There's a lot of care and attention and thought that's gone into this. So this is a Dave Sanborn specific mouthpiece that Dave actually plays on himself now. It was a project in conjunction with Dave Sanborn, Aaron Drake and Dave Sanborn. They worked on it for quite a few years until they eventually landed on this piece that I'm bringing you now. And it became the piece of choice for Dave Sanborn, and then they made the decision to actually put it on the market and list it with their other fantastic Drake mouthpieces. And you can see why. As I say, it's not just a one-dimensional screamer of a mouthpiece. It has layers to it. When you're actually doing the screaming itself, it feels like, even though there's edge there, it's supported with a nice rich brightness. It's not just a scratchy, edgy sound. It's got lots of weight underneath the sound, so it's that really enjoyable brightness and power all melded together. And when you drop the sound back, you can feel, particularly in the lower register, it's got a lot of weight and sort of juiciness and tenderness in the sound when you drop back. A lovely subtone there, very easy to articulate that subtone down at the bottom part of the instrument. And also just the attack in the sound as well throughout the whole thing, that the entire range of the instrument, there's a really precise attack. And this is something that Sanborn refers to himself. If you watch the little video clip of him talking about this mouthpiece that's available on the Drake site website, he talks about this, the point when the sound is produced is like the ripple effect that is created when a droplet of water hits some water, and you get these ripples that come outwards. So the initial attack is when the droplet hits the water, that's the sound that you get, and that's what he was looking for. And then beyond that, you get this ripple effect, which is everything else that happens after the sound. I really like that way of describing sound, so I thought I'd just mention that to you guys right there. So, you know, I really enjoyed playing on this piece. It's not my normal kind of alto setup, so it kind of takes me by surprise a little bit when I try and play in this style. So I'm sure I'm not doing it the justice that it deserves, but certainly you can straight away step into what's trying to be delivered with this mouthpiece as soon as you start blowing on it. It doesn't take an adjustment period to the point where some high baffle mouthpieces really take you by surprise and you just can't get on with them straight away. This one is very accessible. You immediately feel the qualities that are on hand with this mouthpiece, and then beyond that, you know, if you decided that this was going to be your mouthpiece of choice, weeks and months later, you would find all the inner layers that are possible, and you would just get even more enjoyment out of it. It has an individual serial number, whether you can see that or not, but that is engraved on the side there. And I love this Dave Sanborn embossment going on here on the other side. So it's got a beautiful look to it. It's got this satin silver finish, which is quite delicate. So take care of this, guys, if you decide to go for this mouthpiece. And on the inside, it's got this polished silver appearance to it. So a beautiful looking mouthpiece, an incredible sounding mouthpiece. This was the number 8 that I tried for you guys. Other tips are available. I thoroughly recommend you to try this piece, because if you want to play in this style, it's an absolute beast.